Brave-class patrol boat. The Brave-class fast patrol boats were a class of two gas turbine motor torpedo boats MTB that were the last of their type for the Royal Navy RN Coastal Forces Division. They formed the basis for a series of simpler boats which were widely built for export. At the time of their introduction, the Braves were the fastest naval vessels in the world. Brave class. The Brave class followed the Dark class of convertible motor torpedo boats/gunboats. They were larger than the Dark class and differed in being powered by gas turbine engines rather than the diesel engines of the Dark class. Gas turbine propulsion had been tested in the Bold class of two experimental fast patrol boats. 3 Bristol Proteus engines propelled the Braves to a maximum of 52 knots 96 km/h 60 mph. Like the Dark class, the Braves had a mahogany skin over aluminium frame construction. They were built to be able to be used as either motor torpedo boats or motor gun boats. For the former role, they had a 40 mm Bofors gun, 4 21-inch 533 mm torpedoes, and 2 depth charges, in the latter 2 40 mm guns and 2 torpedoes. It was planned to arm the ships with a new 3.3-inch 84 mm gun based on the 20-pounder tank gun in a stabilized mounting, but this was abandoned. The Royal Navy abandoned the idea of large-scale coastal forces in 1957, so only 2 Braves were built for the Royal Navy. The 2 Braves, along with a single member of the Dark class, formed the Coastal Forces Trials and Special Service Squadron, based at Gosport. These were used to maintain proficiency in coastal forces operations, also being used as targets and for fishery protection. The 2 Braves were retired from use in 1970. Ferocity and derivatives. The Braves were expensive boats, so as a private venture, Vosper's produced a simpler derivative, Ferocity. This was smaller than the Braves, with an overall length of 90 feet 8 inches 27.64 m and was powered by 2 Proteus engines instead of 3, which were supplemented by 2 diesel engines for cruising. Construction was all wooden to minimize costs. Despite the reduced size and power, performance and armament were similar to the Braves. While Ferocity herself was not sold, it formed the basis for a number of boats for export. These included sales to West Germany 2, called the Vosper class, Denmark 5 of the Sullivan class, Greece, Malaysia for the RMN in 1966 4 craft, Brunei and Libya, and was also the basis for the Scimitar class fast training boat. Boats. The 2 RN craft were both built by Vospers at Portchester. HMS Brave Borderer 1011, launched on 7 January 1958 and commissioned on 26 January 1960. HMS Brave Swordsman 1012, launched 22 May 1958 and commissioned on 20 July 1960. At the end of their life, they were sold to the Haydon Bailey Aircraft Museum. HMS Brave Borderer was the subject of an attack by the IRA in 1965. Royal Navy ships had begun to visit Ireland on friendship visits, but Republicans objected to their presence, and members of the IRA Kilkenny Brigade, led by Richard B. Howe. On 10 September 1965, as HMS Brave Borderer was departing Waterford down the River Suir for the sea, she was fired upon using a World War II vintage Boys anti-tank rifle, which blew 2 holes in the side of the vessel's stern. The vessel went to full speed and was out of range before any more rounds could be fired. There were no casualties, but the vessel had to return to Vospers for repairs which took several months. Export. Denmark. Denmark purchased 6 Sullivan-class fast patrol boats with the larger hull form and the 3 Proteus power plant of the Brave class and the wooden construction of Ferocity. Armament consisted of 2 40 mm Bofors guns and 4 torpedoes. The first 2 boats, Sullivan and Sorederin, were built by Vospers, with Sullivan being paid for by the United States and hence given the nominal U.S. designation PT-821, with the remaining 4 boats being built under license by the Royal Dockyard. They were placed into reserve in 1988 and disposed of when the Flavafiscan-class patrol vessels entered service, with disposal complete by 1992. One of the Sullivan-class boats, apparently in a derelict state, was auctioned in Belgium from 12/24 February 2016, being moored alongside another in Antwerp harbour. West Germany. West Germany ordered two fast patrol boats, both designated Type 153, from Vosper on 22 August 1960. The first, Strahl, was based on the Brave class, with 3 Proteus gas turbines, while Fail was based on the smaller Ferocity, with 2 Proteus. Armament was the same convertible combination of Bofors 40 mm guns and torpedoes as the Brave class, with the option of replacing the torpedoes with 8 mines. They were transferred to Greece in 1967. Libya. In October 1966, Libya ordered 3 fast patrol boats of the Sousa class from Vosper based on the Danish Sullivan class, with the wooden construction of Ferocity, but a larger hull powered by 3 Proteus engines. Armament consisted of 8 SS, 12 wire-guided anti-ship missiles, and 2 40 mm Bofors guns. Malaysia. The Royal Malaysian Navy ordered 4 Perkasa-class fast patrol craft on 22 October 1964 to be designed and built by Vospers. The design was similar to the Danish Sullivan class, with a large 30.4 meters 99 ft9 in wooden hull with an aluminium superstructure and powered by 3 Proteus engines. The original armament was 4 torpedoes, which could be swapped for 10 mines, a single 40 mm Bofors gun forward, and a twin 20 mm Oerlikon cannon mount aft. The 4 boats were delivered in 1967 and rearmed with 8 S-12 missiles in 1971. KD Perkasa Pone 150, KD Handalan Pone 151, KD Jempita Pone 152, KD Pendikar Pone 153. Brunei. A single boat of the class was purchased by the Royal Brunei Navy, KDB Pahlawan,